Welcome back to FOXSOUL's Black Report. And Soulmates, did you know that June, it's not just Pride Month, it's also Black Music Month. And guess what? We're here to celebrate it.
Absolutely. So the contributions of Black artists and musicians, it runs so deep that we listen, rock and roll, that's us.
How deep? Like river deep,
Like,
mountain high?
way deep.
You catch it?
So this Music Month, we welcome one of the best musicians to do it and is still doing it, the one and only Adam Blackstone, a musical genius from that black pool of musical genius. You are the man, and just to watch your rise has been amazing.
Thank you so much, y'all. I'm honored to be here, not only representing Black Music Month, but our culture as a whole. We have become pop music for sure.
Yeah, absolutely.
That's right. Well, Adam, music is so important to our everyday lives. I was just rocking out to Tina Turner, the queen of rock and roll, before we came out here. Talk to us about your origin story and what led you to music.
Yes, no problem. It's, it feels like the typical Black musician, but growing up in church for sure. Dad is a church organist. My mom sang in the choir. My aunties and uncles were so huge. And I always like to say, man, playing in church prepared me for stages such as the Super Bowl, such as the Oscars, Grammy, because what happens is you're in what we all know and call the spirit, and it just moves you in a different way to be on the spot and be on. So I grew up in church. I then moved to Philadelphia from New Jersey in 2000 and went to Performing Arts College, University of the Arts. And from there in the town, I was doing everything from weddings, bar mitzvahs, restaurants, jazz clubs. And I stumbled upon this open mic spot called the Philly 5 spot. Little did I know then that would change my life forever. It was run by the Roots crew. And they scooped me up as their little brother. And from 2001 until now, I continue to be an honorary Roots. Just came off Roots Picnic. And guys have shown me the ropes. Questlove continues to be my mentor, my musical director. I know everybody likes to say I'm everybody's music director, but he's my musical director. And it's been a long-standing journey until then to create a legacy of excellence.
Wow, there's this whole. You continue to hear, about everybody who comes from under that tree of the Roots. I did not know you were one of those branches, but it makes sense now, Adam. It makes sense.
The roots run deep.
Yeah, indeed.
Literally, yes, absolutely. They have been the catalyst for so many other and musicians all over the world. They stuck to what they do well and have done it and never wavered through the 90s. And now, here we are 2-3 decades later, on the highest level possible. I can only strive to be them, but they've given me great aspirations to do, and I always try to push it forward.
Yeah, you play a myriad of instruments. We now know, or I know because I follow, and folks are picking up on what you're putting down. Was it hard to choose, which instrument you wanted to focus in on? Which one is your favorite, and why so?
Such a funny story with that. Again, growing up in church, my dad was what we consider one-man band, wedding band. So if he missed church, he'd be like, tomorrow you're playing organ. Tomorrow you're playing drums. And it's like I had no choice. But going to school, I remember my Caucasian band director saying, hey, man, every little kid, and he wanted to say black kid, I'm sure, wants to play drums. We have a vacancy for bass guitar. And knowing my family history and how we were in music around the town, I was like, man, I ain't playing no bass. I don't want to walk to school with that. That's back in the day. They don't remember when you used to walk to school. You know what I mean? And so it was one of the best decisions I've ever made, though, for sure.
So speaking of history, Adam, your show called That's My Jam really showcases all types of music. How important has music been to the Black experience, both past and present? I know Juneteenth is right around the corner, and we celebrate Black History 365 here at FOXSOUL's Black Report. And so tell us.
Yes. I mean, it is undeniable that music in general has a long-standing history to be emotional. It can make you cry. It can make you laugh. It can make you happy. It can make you sad. And so even going through this pandemic, guys, I was lucky enough to be in one of the foremost entertainment sections that people wanted to go to sporting events and they wanted to listen to music or go to concerts. And so I pride myself on bringing that experience to the viewer, not just on That's My Jam, but even live as well. You know what I mean? Whether that be Super Bowl or whatever, it's like we want to go on that ride. We want to go on that emotional journey to where we were in our minds and our hearts and our bodies when we heard our favorite songs. That's my goal at all time, is to have that nostalgia feeling run through by playing your favorite songs on the grandest stages. Music has the power to heal. I truly believe it has the power to get us through tough times. And I'm so excited that Black music in general has come to the forefront of that, whether it's blues, R&B, hip hop, rap, country, gospel, whatever it is. We are culture, we are pop music, and it continues to permeate the world.
Yeah, you know what I love about you is you never, forget your roots, pun intended, because, you work with some amazing artists who are already, major and worldwide, but you also take time, because I watch your sets on social media, you take time to spend with that artist who's kind of up and coming, like the young Gabby girl. And that's what I love about where you are right now. Recently, you did, the Super Bowl with Rihanna, a whole bunch of other myriad of performances. What are those big, huge experiences like? Are they like, are you kidding me moments like I have really, made it to this and have curated such great performances, such as the one we're looking at now, Rihanna at the Super Bowl?
I'm going to say yes to all of it. There have been times where I get nervous still, but that means, you know what I'm saying? And when I don't get nervous, that means it's not important to me. So I get nervous pretty often because I'm trying to bring the experience to the viewer about how much rehearsal we've put in, how much time we put in to make it perfect. And it's not for me. It's for the artist. As a great musical director, my job is to support the artist's vision. So whether that's Rihanna, Dr. Dre, Jill Scott, whoever it may be, it's like they all have their own individual vision. It's my job to support that and then make it a great experience for the listener and for the viewer. It never gets old to me. I'm so blessed to have the gift of music in my life as my job. And I know that it's a gift from God for sure. And I will continue to, hold on to it and do my best to represent it.
Nice. And
Nice.
speaking of Dr. Dre, Dr. Dre's performance last year, that was fire. What can we expect to see from you, Adam Blackstone? What can we expect to see from you in the near future?
Yes, I have been on tour.
We still got you. Are you there?
Oh, sorry about that.
Oh, that's okay. We still got you.
My new album came out September, Legacy. It is now Grammy nominated.
Yes.
Last month we won an NAACP Image Award, and so I've been on tour representing the Legacy experience. I'm opening for Jill Scott. It's a full circle moment for me, and so I'm so thankful. I'm so thankful for that. We have Juneteenth coming up live on CNN. I'll be at the Hollywood Bowl that week as well, representing Legacy, the BET Awards. Blue Note Jazz. There's so much going up for not just Black Music Month, but for the whole entire year.
That's amazing. And to be in that upper echelon of music directors, that is a very exclusive club, and you are smashing it. Let me tell you, you really are. Patrice Rushen, you got Chucky Booker. I'm into it, so I can go on and on and on. Before we let you go, talk about the arts. Being in jeopardy, especially when we talk about schools and community programs. Talk about some of the projects and ways that Soulmates, as our viewers here, can help support, especially during this June being Black Music Month.
Absolutely, it's definitely another epidemic where it's like they're taking arts out of schools. We have to be mindful when people try to do that, because arts have helped save a bunch of us, musicians, rappers, singers, whatever it may be, that gives us an outlet to be emotional, to express ourselves. So there's things you can do with Save the Music from the Recording Academy. There's things you can do at your local level to donate instruments to schools. And also don't forget that the local YMCAs, local churches, all of that, music and arts play an important role in how we grow up and how we preserve our culture. and just continue to support in every way possible. It takes money, it takes time, it takes effort, all of the above. It takes role models, and it takes people and like us, Black people, to show a generation under us that it is possible. So I'm always going to try to continue to do that as well, to give back.
Well said.
Our thanks to musical genius Adam Blackstone. I'm going to try and catch you at the Hollywood Bowl, if not someplace. One of those places.
Let me know what you need. I got you. June 22nd, I'm Hollywood Bowl with Jill Scott. Can't wait.
We coming,
All right.
brother.
Appreciate you,
Thank
brother.
you so much. Be well.
Peace.
Yep.